Tech Tales 98. It's August 8th on a Sunday morning, 7:05 a.m. Good morning to you. I'm fine, thank you. How are you? All right, so let's get right into some time. Oh, let's see. No, a live stream today, 10 a.m. Pacific time. I haven't posted uh, the scheduled event yet, but by the time this goes public, it might be there shortly after, so that you can go to the channel and see what time it is for your local time. But it's the usual time. So time slips. Here we go. Looking at the law office whiskey on July 21st, 11 minutes for the law office whiskey. I said that already. 11:28 to 11:39 a.m. for Romeo. This is a legal assistant. Phone consultation to plan for email forwarding only of phone message emails from Juliet, the receptionist, to Romeo and Charlie Alpha, who are both legal assistants, during upcoming days off for Juliet, the receptionist. So they have an IP phone system, and they use the computer interface for that. They have a computer interface for it, but voicemail messages get forwarded to the email account for the receptionist. And Romeo, the legal assistant, had called me and said, is there a way, can you help? We are trying to do this. And she starts explaining this. And I'm thinking, why didn't you come to me in the first place? Apparently they've had some meetings about how to deal with this. This is so simple to answer with technology. So the receptionist was going to be off for an extended weekend, going to be off on Friday and on Monday. And they need for somebody to be able to pick up the email messages of voicemails that are left for them. They're all working remotely, so nobody's in the office. They couldn't think of how to do that. So I just reconfigured Outlook on her computer to forward any messages that come from that IP phone system message service. You know what? They do have IP phones, but this is actually handled through Verizon. So I think that voice message service comes before their IP phone system, I guess. Yeah, I guess it must be. So the email messages would come from that source. So I put in a rule in Outlook: anytime a message comes in from this source, forward it to, and there's 2 other email addresses they wanted it forwarded to. Simple. So I made the change and we tested it. It works. Great. Fine. So an 11-minute solution to something that they had meetings about. Then the next one, 8 minutes, also Wednesday, July 21st. This is for the apartment building Golf Alpha from 1:57 to 2:05 p.m. For Sierra in the office, phone and remote support to reconfigure Outlook to further remove Alpha's account. So I've told about this one before. It turned out there was some more residual evidence of the prior person that was at this desk, and this I don't remember the symptom, how it showed up, but something was not working right, or his account wasn't getting reestablished or reconnected to every time you restarted the computer, and I think it was a Windows credential that was still in place for the prior person. Next is on the same day, 13 minutes for the CPA office, Romeo. I use Romeo a lot, it seems like. 4:20 to 4:33 p.m. And this one is titled for Lacerte, which is an accounting software that they use as for processing tax returns. Reviewed notes from prior work with Lacerte sync issues in preparation for work this evening. Deferred work for this evening via phone conversation with Romeo, one of the partners. I had talked about this previously in other time slips where there were some symptoms happening where things didn't seem to synchronize right, and I showed the one where one of the CPAs was doing the pro forma, where it moves the data from one year to the next year, and he was using the last used settings, which was actually putting the data into a completely wrong folder, subfolder structure. But another piece that they were having was where one person would create a new client in Lacerte and it would not show up on the others. So the work that was in planned for this evening is that the managing partner had instructed me to perform an audit of all the computers to check all of their settings in Lacerte to be sure they're the same or fix them if they're not. Well, this was the other partner telling me to defer that. Could you hold off on that and not do that? He's made some reference to them being in a meeting. I have no idea what that was about. Next time slip, 15 minutes. So basically, I went to do that. I made a phone call to clear the path to do that and was told to stand down. That's a billable time slip. So this one, next one, 15 minutes, and this is for the law office, Papa, 5:45 to 6 p.m. Servers, reviewed logs for both servers in light of new version of the backup software and the new configuration being tested. No adjustment made. So this was just documenting that I checked up on it. There's another piece of that processing. Then the next one is the same day, same evening, on a Wednesday, an hour and 23 from 6:04 p.m. to 7:27 p.m. for the CPA office, Romeo, that just deferred me, told me to hold off. So if you compare these two times, let's see, this is starting 6:04 p.m. So at the time that I was told to defer was 4:33 p.m. So this is a little bit later. I was told to go ahead and continue. So this is, let's see. Yeah. So reading this, 6:04 p.m. to 7:27 p.m. Research Lacerte file path issue using Hotel's computer, one of the CPAs in the office, married to one of the partners, created matrix for collecting data from each computer for 6 modules within 2 years of Lacerte on 5 computers, totaling 485 data points. When I realized that, I go, oh my gosh. Collected data for 6 modules in Lacerte 2019 for a hotel. So that whole time was creating the matrix for doing it and then collecting the data for just one of the 2 years on just one of the computers. Potential solutions discovered via reviewing video recordings with Tango partner that make this data collection irrelevant. I so wanted to make this data collection irrelevant. I didn't think it was relevant in the beginning, but the managing partner wanted it done. We'll discuss interim findings with Tango, managing partner. So in reviewing the video, which I showed you the video prior, this is where I showed how Proforma, he was doing the Proforma to last used settings and storing it in the wrong folder. And he needed to be using the default settings or standard settings. There's 3 levels of settings, like standard and custom and then last used. Apparently somewhere along the line somebody used custom and put in that weird folder structure, and then he kept using the last used settings. So it was a simple fix. And the part about creating a new client, not showing up for other people, I think that had already been fixed by reviewing my notes. But I do another piece later for them. So then, what is this one? Yeah, on Thursday the 22nd, hour 45 minutes, 9:50 to 11:35 a.m. And this work I was doing during business hours because I found out this person was not in the office on this day. So, hooray, I can actually do work during business hours. And this was, I installed a new computer for this person. This person had troubles with their computer. I ran the Ethernet cable along the floor and all that troubleshooting. Maybe you remember that. Remote connection to new computer installed in temporary location. Yeah, I said that wrong. She was at work this day. I installed this computer in a temporary location up in that wiring room. Remember I showed you those photos of all the wiring stuff up on the wall for the law office, Papa, and this is the one that had the noisy Ethernet switch. Well, I put this computer on the floor in there, connected only Ethernet cable, no keyboard, no mouse, no monitor, turned it on, came back to my home office and did this work. So, connected to new computer installed in temporary location, performed on-site checklist items before they're moving to their desk. So this is go through my checklist items for all their in-house software that I cannot install in the lab. So I think that'll do it for this time slip. I hope, let's see, I already told you, about the live stream today. So I hope that was useful. Have a great day. Catch you later. Goodbye.